All right, y'all. Welcome back to Commission Reviews, the queen of reality TV. And we have the finale. I gotta add some of my sound bites to this. Let me see if I can find some. Anyway, we have the finale of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let me see. I'm trying to say this. I know a lot. Oh, I can add applause. I know a lot went on as far as this episode, and I'm pretty sure that 'cause I know my girls should be coming on, but they're running a little late. We are gonna talk about the show, whatever. But for me, it literally was the last 10, 15 minutes that I got my life. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. Um and it's not just whole it's oh, there go Kids About You TV. It seemed like this. Hold on, 'cause I'm trying to add some of my sound bites real quick, but let me add her real fast. What's up? Oh, okay. Oh my god, I love this color.
Wait a minute. Go back some.
You said what? Oh my god.
I feel like I'm too close to the camera.
No, you are not. Oh, always saying something. Anyway, Kid by Cheese TV is in the building. She looks so cute. I love her color scheme. This one, the color scheme you have on right now, literally was some of my favorite color scheme for my makeup and even clothes. That color, that sweater. I think when I was younger, a teenager, I know I had like a sweater. It was my favorite sweater that had that was that color. That is so pretty.
Look, so I'm trying to get back into glam on camera. It will not be every day, so don't get used to it.
Girl, for real. I know. You sound like me. I swear. I'm like, look, because somebody was like, would you get on camera? So you know what? I'm kind of running in that way. I don't know, girl. It's rough. We work and do all kinds of stuff. That stuff is not easy to get up and do all that. So I even said I might do it for like the reunion, glam up a little bit. I said I think I might do it, and then also I'll probably do it for the premiere Ready to Love. But as you stated, I'm gonna still repeat what you said. It will not be every live.
It will not be every live, but
people don't like it. I mean, they like to see us on camera, so I do get it. I do get it. I do. So I'm waiting for Erica to come on, and but we'll go ahead and get started. So to me, I was just telling everybody, I said that for me, it was the last 15 minutes for me. I'm just being honest that I literally got my life, and I'm gonna say those reasons later on. But just going to of course, we'll go through the beginning of it and talk about the beginning. Male, I feel like, I'm just being honest, when Sunni walked in, because remember at the time it was Male and Tricia, whatever is going back and forth. But I feel like when Sunni walked in, Male was like, I got a friend. And to me, I've never seen Male move that way. But like, it has these girls ostracized her so badly that because there's a newcomer there. If you didn't feel that vibe, then let me know. But I felt like she was so happy to see her because, all the kind of stuff. As Sunni came in with her little bit of, she had an attitude. She came in the first place. So let's start with that. What's your thoughts, Mama?
I didn't get that vibe like, oh, I have a friend. I think it was just so much tension going on. Sunni was a relief. Like, I know Disney about to get activated with Sunni, so I can stop arguing with Trish now. Like, I got more of that vibe. I don't get that Sunni had an attitude walking in, but I think she knows her place in the group. And she knew at some point she was going to have to argue with Destiny. And it was kind of like, let me get this over with. I already know what this, like, I don't know. I wouldn't have showed up. You don't know Nell.
Agreed.
Nell, anything. This is definitely production driven.
No, I also agree with you were saying. What about the showing up part? I just thought I said it's kind of, I'm not for sure. I just felt like maybe there was some kind of attitude there, but baby, all I know is that when they did get into it, going back and forth, I was trying to find my way to see, okay, because I want to listen to both sides. For me, not just to just say da da da, but no, Sunni's sitting there talking about Destiny, and I try to look at it like this way: you're in my friend group, and I mean as me as Destiny or whatever, and you're coming into it, and Sunni comes in like she's been there forever, like she's a little bit entitled. I'm just being honest. So she's sitting there talking to who was she talking to? Sitting there, who was it?
I think she was talking to Nell because that's when Nell made that
No. It was Tisha. She was talking to Tisha, and they made it. Okay, so she was like, I don't talk about it. She just about it. I'm sorry, I don't speak about it in interviews, but she's saying that Destiny does, and then she referenced Destiny's podcast, saying every Monday there's talk about me and my husband, and then Destiny was just like, "Come with smoke, like move on," and then all of a sudden you hear her saying it's lies and lies, and Sunni says in her confessional, she says in her confessional, I think that, hey Erica. She says, hold on, let me get it off of your face. She says in her confessional, wait a minute. I'll get my notes. I'm sorry. Oh, God, it threw me off. Wait. Moving on. Okay, Sunni says in her confessional, I'm sorry. She says that she is still hurt. And this is when Nell said, ask Destiny, you have moved on. You should be having that big D energy. And Destiny asked, why are you dressing me? Erica, we just got started. We're gonna start with that. Go ahead, Kid My Cheeks TV.
I feel two ways.
Okay.
One, take the fact that it's a reality show and we have to make TV out of it. I'm not arguing with nobody, and I'm the wife. Like, I wouldn't give a damn what Destiny said. I'm not arguing with you, and I'm married to the man. Like, but I also wouldn't want to be in his ex's friend circle either. But I said take reality TV out of it. Then two, if I'm Destiny, because I don't follow these people on social media. I don't know they social media drama. If you put up some Maury Povich type shit trying to insinuate that my son isn't his daddy's, which I think we've done that before, and I think Martell kind of said something. I don't know, Marceau or somebody. But if you put that out there on social media, yeah, I'm gonna drag you because now you being messy. It ain't got nothing to do with the little triangle that was going on and you being my producer and then marrying my ex. You now bringing some other mess into it. So yeah, I got beef for you. And I didn't know that she did that. So I understand Destiny's anger towards Sunni. And I now think it has nothing to do with you married my ex. It's you being messy and trying to be around my friends being messy when you could just come around. I don't care. Like, I'm over here with Nell's son.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say this. I've said this from the beginning, and then Eric, I want you to jump in here. I literally have said I thought it was messed up because somebody's acting like they have some Romeo and Juliet or some notebook situation going on, and everybody should be like, oh my God, it's set, like, get out of here. Nobody is looking at it that way. That's the elephant in the room that nobody will address, that I'm hoping that in the reunion that will be addressed. Like, girl, at the end of the day, you coming into this group like you've been here, like you were entitled, and Destiny should just get over it. That's literally what that is. Erica, what's going on, mama? Happy Sunday.
Hey, happy Sunday. Yeah, like, I didn't think in the past that Destiny has necessarily added that much to the show in terms of a character, because she never really shared her life or whatever. Like, she never brought Moses on the show. So, he was just somebody, I guess, on the phone or via text. I don't even remember seeing any calls with him. But that being said, that is how Sunni got on the show. So if you want to keep her on the show, you're going to keep her. But it's never going to be like she and Destiny are going to be friends. That's never going to happen. So it's always going to be these blowouts every time they get together, as it should be. If you were my friend and now you're dating and married to my man, am I going to still be kicking it with you, whether I'm over it or not? No, you betrayed me. And that might be. And since she's never really given an apology, really, that seemed authentic. So if you're not going to come to me sort of halfway acting like you respected my feelings, then why would I be pleasant to you when we're around? So, and on top of that, now you're going to go back and say, the son that I had when I was married to, before Moses, I'm assuming, you're going to challenge his paternity. Like, that's crazy to me that you would even have the audacity to go back and forth over something, you know what I mean? Which I don't know if she has knowledge because they were friends, quote unquote, at the time. So I'm like, no, Sunni is just, I'm with Tisha on this. Why are we still inviting her to stuff?
Okay.
Why is she still flying in?
So hold on, Mom. Before we get to that part right there, I wanted to talk about before we got to the part you brought addressed the part by Nell. I wanted to hear y'all guys' opinion about that because before that part was said, when Nell was trying to be, I feel like Nell shouldn't have said anything. I think she made it worse. I'm just being honest. I think I wouldn't have said anything at all. I think she jumped in and she might have been trying to be in a positive way, like, hey, Sunny Destiny moved on, but I think it was too soon. Mama, she just told you yesterday I gotta reassess our friendship. I know it's throwing you the party, but it was already emotion before that conversation happened. So to me, I feel like Nell should have just kind of like enjoyed her thing and not get involved because then that's the kind of came the attitude like, ma'am, why are you addressing me? Kind of like if your mom or your aunties in the room and you cousins or sisters, brothers are going back and forth and your mom or auntie addresses you first. Like wait, why are you addressing me first? We both was going back and forth. That's how I took that moment. So I wanted to hear, Kim, what you talk about that, mama?
Nell is a messy auntie or grandma, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, Jesus.
Making a joke about these ladies sharing a snake is going to set it off. They were being cordial to each other. They weren't bothering each other. But here you go talking about sharing when technically they weren't sharing. They just, one had it first and the other one married it. It wasn't no collapsing.
Right. Overlapping. Mm-hmm.
You were being messy now and you ruined your own party. Because if Destiny would have got to dog walking,
baby, Jesus help.
That would have been it.
So Erica, same question, mama. What you thought about that? Because Nell was being messy and she was trying it, but she ended up making it worse, in my opinion, between her and Destiny. But go ahead.
I mean, I know she made it as a joke.
Right.
But I have to go back to what Destiny said. If you want her at this party, I have to rethink my friendship with you. And now if one of your friends is going to joke like that, is that person your friend? Right. She's not your friend. So you need to go back on that. Just rethink it. What you already knew when she told you she wanted the girl to be there, that she probably wasn't your friend. This little jokey joke just confirmed it. That's you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, maybe she didn't mean to set it off, or maybe she thought it would be funny, but she had to have known that Destiny wouldn't think it was funny for sure. Like maybe Sunni might be like, ha ha, I don't share no snakes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the only thing funny about it is that he probably is actually a snake. And
probably still doing.
And there was some sort of confusion with the text messages over the timeline. That's for sure. So it's like, okay, maybe you shared, maybe you didn't share. But at the end of the day, it's not funny. And if she was your friend, she would have known that. So
hey to everybody from everyone's channel, Kim My Cheeks TV, Erica, Commission Reviews crew. Welcome everybody to the chat. So one of the things I wanted to talk about right after that, when what Erica had brought up earlier, about the paternity, Destiny was like, I'm not going on live. Excuse me, talking about other people's paternity, and she was like, "You'll keep making posts about me." I'm sorry, making posts about Maury Porvit. She said, "I'm gonna start telling everybody why your husband actually left you, and you pray that you have the opportunity to have a child." Like she said all these things. So I want to know your opinion about that, because obviously the pregnancy was because of the fact she is trying to have a baby, and her coming for Destiny's paternity of her children. It was just a lot below the belt, like Kim Chi was saying earlier as well, that we were not privy to, or maybe we just don't follow. Like I didn't know any of that. So I wanted to hear y'all thoughts about it collectively. Erica, because you started the conversation earlier, Erica, I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish because you had started that earlier. What are your thoughts, mama?
I think that's crazy. I mean, for her to basically, like, was she ever around? Like, at this point, it's like, are we just, I mean, we're sworn enemies, I guess. Like, I don't know how you think you're going to come and say something about a child that predates our entire situation. You know what I'm saying? So, because you can't stand on the fact that, like, Moses don't like Destiny, since he's joked about still trying to get with Destiny on the show. So now you're going back to, like, rumors or whatever. Like, I just think that it's out of bounds. I mean, I think in a lot of these shows, they usually say children are off limits, whatever. But I think that needs to be kind of pulled back, or, you know what I'm saying? And if she's not going to apologize for that, then it's like, really, how can anybody respect that?
100%. Eric, I'm sorry, Kids About Chicks TV.
I think they start saying what it is on the show, because for so long it seemed like Destiny was bitter that this lady is with your ex and she used to be your producer. Like it, and I understand the dynamic of that alone. That is messy, but we ain't going all the way that far back.
Right.
But when you continuously argue about it, and that's all the facts that we know, it does make Destiny look bitter. But in the background, Sunni was being messy, and I didn't know. I damn sure don't follow Sunni, so I didn't know Sunni was being messy. And I feel like y'all need to state what it really is so we can get the full story. Because now I'm team Destiny on it, and I'm team like don't play with my baby.
Period.
Don't do that.
Period.
He would have dog walked her, like I said. It would have been justified because you're on social media being messy.
Nope.
Kids are supposed to be off limits. And at the end of the day, you are the fool that so desperately want to be on TV that you done drag this man across state lines, knowing he's on some kind of probation, allegedly. And now he's cleaned up. And yeah, you can't have no baby from the jail.
Girl, look, it's a happy anniversary from jail for me. Like I was like, I can't.
Like now
Destiny.
you look like the dummy, Sunni. When you did this to yourself.
She did. Look, the part really, I'm gonna say something too. The part that made me really tickle is when she got so upset she had to go outside, and I understood as well. And she was like, she said it about 3 times. Tisha's face. What am I saying? Is her name right? Is it Tisha? Tisha, right?
Tisha, yeah.
Tisha, Lord have mercy. She said, I would dog walk you. And I was like, damn, what did she just say? I don't know what to say. To me, that was such a natural moment that I was just giggling because it's like she was just pissed off. So when Destiny said what Erica said earlier, I don't think that we should invite her to any more events because she's looking at Destiny come out of her character River Band. She's like, regardless of, like y'all said, she wasn't really revealing too much last year before, she still was part of that friend group before Sunni was. And Sunni is adjacent of it. Sunni's only adjacent of it because of her attachment to Destiny, and she don't want you here. So to me, that's like ass backwards. She doesn't want you here. You're only here because of that. You have thrown line because of Destiny. It just doesn't. I don't know. Eric, how do you feel about that?
On that, that's BS because we're gonna wait till the finale episode to say, oh, let's not invite Sunni to nothing else. Y'all been
I agree with that too, Kimchi. I agree with that. No, I agree with that as well. This should have been said something because to me, I kept feeling like, why is it all you ladies have been quiet the whole season about this? Y'all know this was wrong. Y'all knew the whole time. Go ahead, Erica.
And I don't understand, and I keep saying this, and I guess I need a map. She does not live in Huntsville. She lives in St. Louis, Missouri. Like she's not even in the state. So
I'm about to put it in Google Maps. Let's see.
Thank you. Is she flying in for these little? I mean, it's not just an invite. Like you all, you know what I'm saying. So this is a Carlos King issue. But I agree with you. Someone should at least have said it like a million episodes ago, like we all have. I'm like, why is she still coming to stuff?
Right, and that's the part that I don't understand.
She gotta get an Airbnb every time she come to town. Like, what is the deal, and why?
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. She said
that is a 6-hour and 20-minute drive.
Oh my God! That's why he's in jail right now. That's crazy.
6 hours and 20 minutes.
Thank you. And he's on probation. You know what I'm saying? He got to get permission every time he got to film. Like, what? Why are we doing this?
And they had to go through 3 different states. They had to go through Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, then Alabama. He was doing too much.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, and he probably got warned more than one time. Let's be clear. It wasn't like no just all of a sudden, no. You knew what it was, and you took a chance in your life to go film a scene, which I still think is crazy.
And it might be different if Sunni had a friend to the show before. Like if she was friends with somebody outside of being someone's producer, if she was friends to someone other than Destiny, then she would have a link to the show that made sense. But the link to the show is someone who can't stand you. Right.
Like I said.
So that doesn't make any sense to me. It's like if she had been friends with Melody before, then yeah, we would have to suck it up because nobody like Melody. But Melody, Melody would need somebody to film with. If that would be true. If she was in somebody, if she was already, if she wasn't on the show trying to develop new friendships, it wouldn't be so crazy. But it's like, okay, so wait, you're here because you're Destiny's enemy, because you're not a friend of anyone's. other than you used to be Destiny's friend, and you didn't get on the show when you were her friend because you were a producer at the time. So
She should have claimed that.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, so this is the first time I've seen where they just thrown someone into the show. Well, not the first time, because I guess. Well, no, I take that back. On Bell Collective, at least the ex was friends with some of the other girls before. On this show, Sunni wasn't friends with nobody. So it's like, okay, why are we getting to know you when we had, I'm not going to say they were friends with Destiny, but they had some sort of affiliation, some sort of relationship.
Well, what the thing about it, what do y'all think as far as, because I mean, people online talking about them going back and forth when she mentioned about not being able to have or whatever. To me, it was a dig, but the baby thing, do you think that was a dig or not a dig? I'm just curious. When she said
it was a dig, but who cares?
Right, exactly. It was a dig, and she deserved it. You don't have no kids, so maybe that's why you don't understand that challenging my child's paternity would be an issue.
I don't know how she didn't know that. That was actually weird. Like, girl.
I mean, she did know, but she just didn't care. And so Destiny took a dig at her. She ain't got no kids to dig. So that's why I think Destiny threw that back at her. But it was like, she deserved it.
So after this situation, I really didn't go to put too many notes in it. Y'all can see what y'all want to say as far as the wedding. Again, of course, I did, love Chris and Nell. That was a nice ceremony, even though they were trying to film. People were talking, being messy. I'm like, what kind of wedding is this? Y'all having the whole conversation during the ceremony. I was like, anyway, what you guys got to say about the weddings? I don't have much. I just say it was a nice ceremony. Kim, she's even at the fast forward face.
As soon as Nell pulled her toes out and showed me that ankle with no lotion on it, I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. I was going to try to and walk down the aisle, Nell, but I said, once that ashy ankle came out, I hit fast forward.
Oh, my God. Oh, Erica, what you got to say, Mom?
Okay, yeah. So I was like, she just twisted her ankle that morning. Like, I don't know. Anyway, that whole twisted ankle storyline.
We would have believed you twisted your ankle.
Oh, God help.
I mean, I was like, what? Okay, so I was like, because you seemed like you were walking fine when you were going in there to paint your ankle.
Mess, Jesus.
Okay,
it's time to
if you like it, I love it. But I was. I'm like, are we just? The producers are like, just throw everything under the wall.
Okay, hang on just a second. So, first of all, I want to say to everybody, I appreciate you guys coming into the chat. And I see somebody posted, just hopefully this is a non-biased channel for show. I'm team show, but I will admit to not seeing it for Melody. So this channel is 3 channels. So it's my channel now. My guests are Kim Cheese TV and Eric. I'm not sure what channel you're on, but I think everybody here gives their opinion. It's not necessarily about
not biased.
Come on. Yeah, we're just doing our thing. So I'll just.
Yeah, depends on what you mean by non-biased. I'm not a fan of Sunni's, and she hadn't changed my mind the whole season. But I wouldn't call that a bias. That's just what I think.
Help us all.
Nope.
But I will say this: I give it to anybody who deserves it, in my opinion. So and I support people that I think. Well, okay, so outside of that, what I did like about the wedding was it was kind of like, right. The love or whatever. So that part I did really like. I'm not sure. Like a lot of times I think it's just the producers. I'm like, okay, why did you all throw in this twisted ankle thing? Like why is it even relevant? What are you talking about? So once we got past the ankle, I loved the surprise ring. I loved the one thing I had a issue with was Nell told Lance, to seat Melody away from Martell, and assuming that there's still a restraining order in place, that does make sense, right? So this is the first scene I think we've seen in a while where they've actually been filming together since the restraining order stuff. So that makes sense. What I don't understand now is why Marceau and Tisha are sitting right there behind Martell and bumping fists with him or whatever. and they just cursed him out, and he said, "I'm better than you." Was that last week? Am I crazy? Thank you. He said he was better than you. You bumping fists, and now we're trying to see. Now we got Melody sitting over here like, no man is an island. Like, what? Why?
I can't. Yeah,
I'm like, y'all can't send no other guests in that row. It's only Mel and the daddy. Like, I was just like, okay. And then Destiny gonna act like, oh, Mel ostracizes herself. No, she has a restraining order against him, right? Like, it might need to be 500 feet. Why would she sit over there? And why are all of you all sitting Team Martell? Although I liked in this episode that he finally showed some regret for the coleslaw, and he seemed a little sad. So I will give him a couple of points. I was like, and I like his little suit.
Look too tight.
Like,
I'm sorry, but look, I'm gonna say something about when Mel walked in. I felt like Martell melted. I don't give a shit. No, he still wants her. He still wants her. Period. He still wants her.
He was. When Mel walked in the name of
that was a mess.
Florida, he was like,
he did.
Damn,
he still wanted her. So look.
All of that.
And he did. So the last thing I was saying about this wedding, the preacher passed out. I said, Lord Jesus. So that's, I mean, other than that,
Pastor passed out, but it was hot. And when you be in them gowns like that,
oh yeah, he had layers on.
He probably had a suit on under it.
Yes, he did. Yeah. And then the cloth, all the extra stuff to add, it was a wedding.
He ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah. I was like, oh no, because they always sweat. You can tell it was people's. I mean, it was just a lot. One little part was, I guess Lance was supposed to be jealous of whatever happened because of the fact his mom back and told him that Destiny said.
Wait, hold on.
I'm laughing.
Hey, Shanna, thank you for watching my channel. But purposely delicious. Let's speak on what she's talking about here. Trisha's bad wigs.
Oh God, I forgot that blonde mess.
Can y'all? Oh, that blonde wig was the worst. I was so glad when she met up with her braider. I was like, horrible. Oh, praise God. Fit. Yeah. So I feel like I don't even know if Trisha's wigs. I think Kim Zolciak would have been a step up.
Not be tardy for the party. Anyway, look,
yes.
Keep on keeping the hand movement. We're moving on. Thank you.
Well, no, I didn't even say what I had to answer Erica's question. I could tell they was over there fist bumping because didn't you see them the night before with the strippers? They probably all was in there getting them a piece, so they was back to normal.
Oh no.
Right. You're right, my cheeks. You're right. We spent so much time at the painting the models that we didn't get a chance to. They clipped through that stripper moment. You're absolutely right. So yeah. So now they're back to normal, even though Marceau dogged them last week. But so I didn't know if that was Lance or you could choose where you were seated. But the whole issue with the seating,
you are the lawyer on the panel. If there is a what is it called?
Cease and desist?
No.
Restraining order?
No, it's either a restraining order or something.
At some point, there has to be respect for the restraining order. And all of you all, Nell especially, you all know the BS that Martell has put Melody through and why there is a restraining order in place. As a friend, if you want me to show up to your wedding and there is a restraining order, you have to choose. And if it has to be Martell, then you have to respectfully understand why I'm not showing up. I'm not mad at Mel for leaving. I'm surprised she showed up with there being a order in place.
Especially with her hearing about Chris and all that stuff going on too.
He don't miss Mel. He don't regret shit he did, because if he had any regret, he wouldn't be putting her through the hell he has been putting her through from the moment she said, I'm done. I've had enough. Now, I don't understand that. And Martell is a liar. And so we're not going to sit here and give him any kind of grace or understanding. That man was lying.
This is the liar. This is the liar season. Okay, ladies. This literally is the liar season. Between the lying cousins, between Netflix and Chill who turned the TV on or whatever the hell happened. all I'm just saying is it's just too much going on where it's like everybody is alive. If I was male, I would not even have shown up. Her and Chris was even having issues the day before the wedding ceremony. So Mel had plenty of reasons if she wanted to choose not to go, and she wouldn't have been wrong for not showing up. As somebody said Melody Rogers messy too. I ain't say she ain't messy. We're talking about a particular moment right here. You know.
Right, but Melody Cherie is above it.
Y'all. So hold on. Wait. So y'all have to tell me about the Lance, and the Lance situation was real small, right? So obviously people are saying they're together now, but they were mixing that in a little bit. But I don't think Lance and Destiny wanted it to be too much because it wasn't like a whole scene where we saw him like going on a date, right? So it's like when he walked by, he acted funny, I guess. And Kimmy is like, oh, well, you know, because of how you was Googling it, the guys. And she was like, well, you made a big deal about it, Kimmy. So it got back to him. What do y'all thought about that? And we'll move on to Latricia and Ken. Go ahead. Okay.
Wasn't he Googling at the stripper's ass? So please move on.
Erica.
Okay, so when I saw that scene, I feel like producers need to talk to each other, right? Because I was like, what? This is over her saying that a security guard was fine. Like, was she going to date the security? Like, it didn't even make sense. And if you're someplace and you see someone who's fine, is someone going to run back and tell your boyfriend? And is your boyfriend going to care that you happen to think someone else was cute? Like, it's not like she exchanged numbers. It just seems silly. Now, what I really thought they were going to say, which would make more sense, is what the daughter said to Nell, which was, why is Destiny so mad with Sunni when she got Lance? That makes sense. If they went back and told him, well, she out here about to dog walk somebody over her ex, that would be a reason to be stank with her, because you'd be like, okay, well, if you don't care about him,
it's not about Moses. It's about Sunni running her mouth on social media.
No. I know that's why Destiny is upset. But the daughter said, why is she mad? Because
Andre
she
agreed.
has Lance. If they went back and told Lance, oh, okay, Destiny's so mad about her ex, whether it's not accurate, but that seems to be how the daughter was interpreting it. That makes sense for why he would be angry. It would be a misunderstanding, of course, but it makes sense as to why he would be angry. But because she thought a security guard was cute, again, I would say produced.
It didn't make sense to me either. It's very small.
Running the tail, think everybody on the cast is fine and don't have no problem saying it in front of her husband or away from her husband. So what is
exactly.
Running, go
so I was like,
ain't nobody running telling on you.
Right, Nell done called Moses.
She called everybody fine. Every man is chocolate or something. She called Ken the muscle man, whatever she called.
Every man on this everybody thinks is fine and want to touch.
And Chris probably did not get this whole entire time. Let's be clear. I'm sorry, because she be rubbing. Anyway, let me get all that mess.
Exactly. So I think it's just an excuse or whatever to transition them so that they can still be on the show, but they're going through a breakup, I guess. I'm not even sure.
Together, y'all was screwing, and okay, now you're not screwing anymore. Who cares?
I literally don't even care. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm gonna take a moment real quick, guys, to let everybody know to follow everybody on this channel. Please follow my channel, Kids by Cheeks TV, and Erica. Also, while we're here, there is a QR code left of the screen. Please take your phone out for a moment and scan the QR code if you want to donate to the channel. Also, while your phone is out and you're scanning QR code, my Spotify is right there. Scan it as well. And as you guys who are fans, ready to love, who watch us on the panel or even individual thing, y'all know Pookie and them came from me 2 years ago. Please make sure you scan the QR code to check out some of my merch on Teespring. And yeah, do what you got to do. So what I want to get to is the piece of resistance, which is what I was talking about at the beginning, but I know we to get through all the other crap. So and I have a lot to say about it, but I want to play some of the audio of Latricia and Ken. It's not him, it's you. That's what I call this whole entire segment, because literally what that was with the little two-year-old back and forth. All right.
There has been some tension between Ken and I regarding Martell and Marquez. I don't want to be walking on eggshells in my own house when I've done that for so long in a marriage. It seems that he has something he wants to get off his chest, and I'm ready for it.
We ain't been together that long, so I mean, I know there's a lot that we still have to learn about each other. I know there's still a lot of things that have to get resolved in our past, like the situation with Marquez in the beginning, the text message that you sent, you telling him you would take him back in a heartbeat.
So I want to stop it right there. Let's start with that.
Oh, I'm so happy you stopped it right
I want to stop it right there. So first of all, you're going to sit here and say that you would take me at a heartbeat. And I'm going to be honest with you. I 100% believe this text message was sent out. The reason why, as I stated before many times, there was no closure for her and Marquez. They collectively, as a married couple, decided it was okay for Marquez to go search and go find Carmen Sandiego or whatever he was looking for. And so with that being said, you know, there was no closure. You just all of a sudden came back and you got a whole relationship and somebody raising your kids and da-da-da. So to me, I felt like she still had something. I'm not saying that she wanted to marry, or I don't know the situation, but they have a long history compared to her and Ken. So why was this a surprise? Why was this a shock? Kim Cheese TV, go ahead, mama.
I don't even care about that. I wanted to talk about, they opened the conversation with, we haven't been together too long. There's still a lot of stuff we need to learn about each other. There's still a lot of stuff we need to, whatever they said. That right there, people in the YouTube world, is why you don't introduce your children to people you don't know and ready for that stage. It seemed like you want this makeshift family so bad that you introduced your children. You got these people calling this man daddy and disrespecting the biological father, all this stuff when y'all don't even know each other. Y'all still arguing about some shit that probably happened at the very beginning of your relationship. And you a whole ass engineer. You don't need this
at all.
You can you get you a little side piece on the side, let him come in at night.
Come on, gravy.
Knock you off. Cause I ain't mad at you for getting knocked off and sexually satisfied. But you don't bring your children around that mess. And y'all sitting up here on TV fronting like y'all the perfect family and disrespecting the daddy and all this, but then you over here talking about, but we don't even really know each other.
My thing is with that, I'm on Erica jump in this. The reason why I wanted to talk about the fact that, you know, you text him and said that. I get what you're saying, Kim Cheese TV, but that text message says a lot. This relationship wasn't a relationship. It was a jump off, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to say. It just turned into something else because she let it happen. She was lazy, no shade, and was just like, it's easier. He's here, blah, blah, blah. And so that's unfortunate for Ken, but Ken knew what it was.
He knew what it was.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I'm pretty sure she told him, even though, you know what? Let me take that back. I'm gonna get to a part where I feel like maybe she did not tell him because she lies even in this situation. He revealed to me that this girl been lying. But go ahead, Kim Cheese. I want Erica to go ahead and talk on this, and we'll move on to the rest of the audio.
To say we all know Tricia lie, and we'll get to that conversation. But Ken also needs to go lay on someone's sofa and figure out why he always has to be a savior in the relationship. Why can't he find someone that has their shit together and he could be equally yoked and walk in having mutual goals of what you want in life?
Be in the household, period.
Right. Like, why do you have this savior complex where you feel like you need to come swoop in and put somebody back on their feet? Like,
come on, Erica. The fact of the matter is, this man can't even check off the head of household and tax returns. Let's go.
Okay. So first, I would say, I agree with you in that she wasn't over her ex, right? She wasn't over Marquez. And the fact that she sent the text, she don't remember sending it. She would take him back, whatever. She wasn't over him. And maybe she, and he was the rebound guy, which we have already said. But one thing I want to say, which I put in my thumbnail, whatever, she didn't even seem like she cared in this conversation. He was upset and she was sitting there she looked more upset when she had the argument with Marquez than she did in the scene. The whole time I was like, boo, she is just not that into you. Like that book from the 90s. When somebody don't really like you that much, but they're still sleeping with you, that's what she's doing. And then at the end, when he was getting ready to leave and he started talking about the money and stuff, I'm like, okay, she might be a whole engineer, but what kind of engineer is she? Because he's paying all the bills. And that's probably why, because I agree with Kiss My Cheeks. Not only do you bring this person around your kids, you moved him into your home. You moved in with him. So it's one thing to say you date somebody and you introduce your children to them, which is kind of a little cray-cray, but you gonna live in the house with him and you don't really know each other. Like, that doesn't make sense unless it is for financial reasons. Unless it's because
I got some. We'll get to that part at the end. Because I got something to say about that. But go, Kim, let you go because I'm gonna finish playing the audio. Go ahead, Mom.
I was just gonna say, just because somebody pay all the bills don't mean you can't. You know, these people in Huntsville, Alabama are very backwards and they believe in men paying for everything. And she might be just sitting on her money. I don't think if he walks out the door, she gonna be sitting on somebody's street curb.
Yeah, period. I agree.
I don't think she'd be sitting on the street curb, but I don't know. Like, I guess we can go back. I'm not sure if she would be struggling or not. I don't have enough information really, because he made
it's the way she moved to me that made me think something different. But let me finish playing and we'll get to that part. We can get into it.
Even in that situation, it was, I don't remember saying that. I didn't mean that. It's like, deception. If we bring up the Martell situation, here's the thing with the Martell situation, and I can't stress this enough. It's not Martell that I have an issue with. I have the issue with
my issue. We go through this conversation after conversation. When I leave them, yes we do. Yes we do. I'm so sick and tired of having this conversation. I'm not quite sure what more he want me to say. How we're supposed to move forward if we can't get past it.
Okay.
When I leave them, Martell, the M&M's, I do not think about them. But them jokers live rent-free in our house.
Okay, so I want to stop it there. So, I really believe Ken. I don't know why I do, but I really believe Ken when he's stating we have not had this conversation. Is what the state when he just says no, this is not happening. I don't know why I believe it. Just like he couldn't even get his statement out. She wanted to interrupt him. I believe Ken. She has lied too many times for me to be like, oh yeah, she's being spread. Da da da. I feel like she's lying this whole scene right here, and I feel like Ken is just like he's just completely done. Go ahead, Kim, my Chief TV.
We all know Trish is a liar. Again, I wish Ken would put it all on the table. Ma'am, every time we talk about Martell, you tell a different story. And if nothing happened, why are you lying and like you on the 87th version of what went down? So, when you tell the truth, you don't have to have a good memory per Judge Judy. So why are you constantly lying? You look like a liar. You look guilty. And I wish Ken would just say that. And the point of the matter isn't that the Martell situation happened before we got together. The point is, if you lie about that, what else you lying about?
And why can't you talk about it when I ask you? Because he's very obvious. He's saying every time I try to talk to you about it, you got some kind of, either a weird response probably, or you brush it off. Even when he's trying to bring it up, because she knows she's getting filmed. And she knows she's gonna look bad in this scene. I really believe that she literally knows this conversation is gonna make her look fraudulent. That's why she came to it with an attitude. I don't give them no tension. It probably was some tension. But you get prepared for a scene. The producers tell you you're going to film today with Ken, da-da-da. So she knew going into the scene, she was going to look fraudulent, period. Eric, what's your thoughts, Mama?
Well, I think what the issue is that, like Kiss My Cheek says, Ken is not really laying it on the line. Because if she sent some text to Marquez, for example, that, I would take you back or whatever. And first she says, I didn't say it, or I don't remember, I didn't send it. And then she says, I guess when they prove it, she's like, oh, I didn't mean that. So what? You know what I mean? So it's like she never admits, or she's never come clean with, this is why I lied to you. Because that's really what he's talking about. It's not whether you got with this man or that man or whatever. It's like, you've never really apologized for being a liar. You know what I'm saying? And you just expect him to, just get over it. Well, no, because it's consistent. Right. You keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? You lied about the Marquez thing, and now you're lying about the Martell thing, and you're just like, it ain't no big deal. My bad. I made a mistake. Move on. when it's like, no, you are consistently lying, girl. Like, what is you talking about?
No, I like that what you're saying there, because that man is probably, like I said, when I say fed up, I think he's really fed up. And what you said, Erica, I really believe that's, and welcome Nikki B. I believe that's what the reason why he is, because it's like, you making me look like an idiot on TV, for one. Men who I'm around, I'm kind of perpetrating a little bit, not saying too much, knowing you straight lying to everybody, and I don't want to look crazy myself on TV, so I'm going along with it, because I believe that Ken knows this whole entire time this girl has been lying. And he, again, you know you're being filmed, and you don't want to look too crazy. You don't want your family too crazy. But I think at this moment that Ken was just, over it. Let me finish playing this so we can continue.
You're not understanding.
It's always the accusation and the argument.
It's your deception.
No,
that makes me ask you these questions. It's the things that you do, the things that you say,
the things that you think going on in your head.
I didn't say. First of all, I didn't even say anything was going on. I asked you questions. Your problem is that you ask and you take questions and you make them accusations.
So even after we are where we are now, he still lives.
It's not him. It's you. I don't think about that, man. I'm thinking it's you.
I don't think about it.
It's
obviously you. I don't.
This is why we can't have this conversation. I'm literally telling you that it's not him. I'm telling you it's you.
No, it's you. Actually.
Okay, sorry, my bad. So for that moment, going back and forth, that's what I said, like a little 2-year-old kid. It's you. No, it's you. No, you did it. No, you did it. Like, I mean, first of all, how old? Nobody here is 20. And that's the vibe I get sometimes with you guys. You guys are grown people. In fact, you have a grown child. Get out of here. This behavior is ridiculous to me. Like, I get the filming, you have to show this stuff, but do you not understand that this man, even though we're going to get into a lot about Ken has faults himself, but any human would be completely fed up with this situation because it's trash. And she's just like, oh, it's you. You came in with a narrative. You want everybody to feel bad for you because of what Marquez did. Come to find out, in reality, you didn't tell the whole thing about Marquez either, or the other Eminem, which is Martell. You wonder why Ken is saying what he's saying? Come on, get out the cap. Please get out the gas. Keep my cheeks. Before I hit, it's only a little bit left, but I still want to hear your thoughts about this portion I played.
I can't argue with people like Tricia, people who are just committed to misunderstanding, committed to not being open to your point of view, or even just open to your feelings. Sometimes people are entitled to feel how they want to feel, and you just need to hear. Sometimes they just want you to hear them out. Now, when it comes to Ken, he ain't fed up enough because he's still over there. So I hate bad for people like
right.
You fed up, and you move on. But people like Tricia, I can't argue with, and especially now at 46, I'm very Melody Cherie. I will get up and just walk away to protect my peace, but Ken just isn't there yet. He's not there.
No, I 100% agree. At the age of 48, child, there's no way I'm going to be doing this. I'm not doing this for no amount of money. I'm not.
I will get
doing all this messy crazy. No. Let me tell you something, baby. Because we'll go to the part where I got something to say about him. But Erica, go ahead, because I want to finish playing this audio because it's going to get turned up.
Yeah, that's the problem that I have, is that he's constantly saying it's not about the men, but I guess he isn't laying it all the way out and saying you are lying to me several times. You know what I'm saying? You are consistent. You're a liar, because he does, I don't know, but he's not really putting it all the way out there. So she is responding to some sort of tangent, like, why are you so obsessed with them? Because even when it came to Martell, and she's like, well, why? Kind of like, why do you care? That's someone who does not respect you at all. Okay, because I done told you twice, I don't care about Martell. I care about the fact that you lied to me, and the fact that she's acting like she can't get it, or she doesn't understand it, or she didn't hear it. Either she's not listening or she don't care.
I mean, I don't. Let me finish playing this mess here. I got something to say about Ken.
That it's not him. I'm telling you, it's you.
No, it's you.
You can't make it up.
Actually,
you don't listen.
No.
And you give them, and you give the people outside of our house more respect than you give me. At the end of the day,
you crazy.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Here's the problem. You don't get to. Why would I care about them?
Because you
do I talk about Marquez? When do I talk about Marquez outside of the 6 times we have the conversations about?
Yes, we do. Both of them live rent free in this goddamn house.
First of all, your ex-husband got to live rent free. He's the issue. He creates the issue. My problem is you're trying to sit up here and act like I just be talking about these guys like I'm so insecure or bothered. That's what you're saying. You said saying that they live rent-free means that I talk about them regularly, and that's not true.
None of their
So
names
stop
come out
saying
my
that.
mouth unless you bring it up.
Exactly. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is you trying to make it seem like I have issue with men that no, it's the issue is with you. Are you talking to me? You didn't talk. You don't do that when you on. You don't do that when you're around nobody else. You don't care about me either. Why would you do? Why would you go harder on somebody you care about than somebody you don't care about? That absolutely makes no sense.
Because I don't have
That makes no sense. You're
You're
supposed to be more subtle and more open to communication
because
with me.
it's frustrating me that you keep asking me. That's
It's
what's
not
no,
keep asking. I only ask you when the situation and you lied about it. One thing I'm trying to get Tricia to understand is that whole privacy thing that she has going on doesn't work for our relationship anymore. Like if I ask her a question to her is an accusation. And I'm like, no, an accusation is an accusation. An accusation is me telling you, you did this. Me asking you a question is trying to figure out what actually went on. And it's not me. I can't tell you what you did if I don't know what you did. You got to tell. You're my woman. And the only thing that I can go by is what you say. Anytime you lie about something, you have to be open to people having questions about it. You lied about these things. You made these, especially with the Martell.
Okay, first on the settings, he was struggling so hard to get that last thought. You missed up. So it's got like maybe 1 minute left, and he's about to go off real bad after he says he's. No, I'm finished playing it.
Situation. Bro, that was before me. There was no reason to lie about that. So it was no reason to lie about it.
Why are you so invested in it?
Bro, I'm done with this conversation. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. I'm done. I don't want to talk about it. Because you're not going to try to make it seem like you're the problem.
No, you're the
And I'll be it. I'll pay for all this. Not nobody else because of me. Y'all want the reality? Y'all really?
Uh-oh.
I pay for all this. So I don't pay for this? I don't pay for this?
wrap this up.
I don't pay for this?
Let's
I don't pay for this?
Let's wrap this up.
All the cars in the driveway, I don't pay for it?
No.
Why are you lying?
Let's wrap this up.
Your truck is over in another apartment building, broke down.
Oh, shit.
It's not working. No.
When you struggling, tell your kids. I'm gonna do the same everybody else do.
Uh-oh.
I can go do whatever I do.
Don't do it then.
I don't want to deal with this. Bro, I'm gonna go to an island somewhere and be good. You can't do that.
Uh-oh. Woo. All right. So that was a lot. Okay. Ken, when he got up, because I guess the trigger for him was when she was like, she just brushed off what he was saying. I'm done. I'm not talking about it. And he said, fuck you. And I pay for everything. And your stuff, you struggling, you broke, whatever. It's always in the most climatic part of your argument that you sometimes hear the real how Smart feels about you, regardless if you're in love with whatever's going on. And for him to come with that, like you of all people, I'm talking about Ken, I'm pretty sure she didn't reveal this information to the public, and which is a finale. Why do you feel because you're pissed off about the M&Ms that you're going to reveal this stuff, but you've been cool with this whole entire season, so you can't just wait till the last minute and say, oh, I paid for everything to make her look like what? If you paid for everything, how to make you look? You was there doing it willingly. She didn't make you. She didn't force you. She didn't say you going to die if you don't pay for this car, insurance or car notes. Like, get off the gas. Come on. That irritated me. How you holler at her and stuff? Man, please.
It's a lot to unpack in the last.
They ended the Marquez and Martell. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said that's a lot to unpack in those last 2 minutes. I want to start with, did he say your questions sound like accusations? Is that what Tricia said? One of them said it, but it only
said it about
like
her
accusation if you guilty. If I ask a question and you ain't do nothing, tell me the truth and it won't sound like an accusation. So, like, to me, this whole thing says Ken, like everybody else in YouTube land, believe you did something with Martell. If it was 100% intercourse, first, second, third base, whatever you want to call it, you did something with Martell outside of talking about what exercises to do at home because the gym shut down because of COVID. So something went down. We don't know what it is. And whatever it is, you not woman enough to just say what it is, because we all know Martell gonna lie. We all know that. And based on the way how since your first time on the scene, you keep sprinkling a little bit extra. Well, we was only talking about the gym, or now he was talking about his marriage with Nell. Now we did, turned on a little bit of movie. None of that sounds professional. But at the end of the day, that was all before Ken. You could have told Ken, I gave him a little piece, or, I let him, I ain't gonna say it on YouTube, but I let him do a little bit of something. Mm-hmm. That was before him. So just be honest. And he's trying to be like, just tell me what happened. So when these men, because if something did happen, Martell told Marceau and Maurice. Mm-hmm. So when I'm around these men, they ain't snickering behind my back because they know they didn't have my woman, or at least one of them had them, but we don't have all of them could have the way they get down.
Right.
But that's part one. Now, how far you want to go? You want to start there, or you want to go all the way to the end?
Go all the way to the end, Mama. Go ahead.
Okay. At the end, I don't like on Mad Day, especially when cameras are around, that you want to embarrass somebody. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. Again, I don't believe that if Ken walked out the door, that Tricia would be on the curb and she wouldn't know how to pay her car note. Now, 2 incomes always better than one, right. But I think she can still support her children. From what I hear in the streets, Marquez's family has money, and I'm sure they would help support the children if Tricia needed it. So you could go. You ain't got to tell everybody my car broke down around the corner and you got to fix it.
Right.
After then, you're supposed to be the one to go check up on the car. If my car break down, you think I'm going to call my husband to go look at it?
Right. Say it again.
That don't mean I can't afford to pay for it, but I don't know nothing about no car.
Come on.
So I don't like that. And Ken, you can speed off. I don't like how you was like, I can go sit on the island and you can't afford to do it. You don't know what I can afford to do with at the pay.
Period. Agreed. That was just, and then that was just a lot. You driving off like you 2 years old, bro. Stop beating your chest like you on the Flintstones. I don't want to see all that.
Again, Tricia is a hard person to argue with because she's not a listener. She just wants to deflect. Yes, and she just wants to curse and get you angry. So she probably knew the buttons to push to get him angry like that, but it's only a deflection. So you really don't have to talk about the issue at hand. So both of y'all are wrong. Both of y'all
giving a lot.
I don't want to say y'all shouldn't be together because I don't like to tell people to break up, but I do feel like you all need some kind of relationship counseling. I feel like y'all should pull.
Erica, you still here?
Back.
Okay, there we go. You froze up for a second, Kim, my cheeks. I don't know. 2 seconds. It's kind of blurry. I'm not sure what happened. It just kind of was weird.
Right. What Simone said in the comments, she was embarrassing him. It's a different relationship status to just be dating and we live in our own homes and we'll come over sometimes, we'll have our little sex and then we go about our business and we're dating. It's a totally different level of dating when you're moving in, playing mommy and daddy to children that aren't biologically yours, sharing bills, and you're not married. That's a totally different status.
He knew what that was, Mama. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this again for the people in the back. Ken knew what it was. Ken knew what everything was going. Everything that's even being that we don't know behind the scenes, all the secrets. Ken knows everything. I do agree with you, Kim Cheeks. He wanted this perfect house, even though he knew behind the scenes it wasn't perfect. It was messed up. You coming in where another man is literally still. The ghost parents are still somewhere in the house. You just said these guys living right through your head. You got 2 grown men in your head. You got Martell and Marquez. What? How is this healthy? This is so messed up to me. I'm gonna say what Kim Chi said. I'm not gonna say they should not be together. They should talk to somebody. Maybe they all should talk to somebody. To me, to be honest, but I just don't understand the dynamic of you getting so pissed off and going in and embarrassing that woman, even though she been embarrassing you the whole entire time. But you should have been clapping back the whole entire season, sir. Erica, your thoughts, Mama?
Okay, so I think at the point when he finally says at the end, it's not them, you lied to me. And her response is not that I'm sorry. Her response was, why are you so invested? Like, why do you, basically I lied, so what? And that's when he was like, okay, burn a whole house down. So to me, I don't support it, but I definitely understand it. Because basically she said F you at that point, really. Because you're basically saying, you done lied to me about these situations with both of these people. And she's just like, why are you invested? So what? And so, okay, well, why am I here? Because she clearly does not care about his feelings. She clearly does not respect him. So I do think it's wrong for him to say the thing about the money, but I kind of believe it. I'm not saying I don't think she'll be destitute, but I think she allowed it to go so far because it was easy and it was probably a step up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We don't know, but I think he's being real. I don't think he's making up anything, really. I think he is paying all the bills. Maybe he don't really know what she made because it took us, I don't know how many episodes before she mentioned something about being an engineer. It's like, oh, I thought you was a
100%.
personal trainer the whole time. So you know what I'm saying? So maybe him paying all those bills allowed her to do personal training instead of having to do the 9 to 5 that she don't like. Who knows? But what I don't like though, or I guess what's interesting, and maybe we'll see in the reunion, is if you done, to me, that's how you act when you done. Like after you done totally embarrassed me on TV, then yeah, how we still kicking it? You know what I'm saying? But I do agree in that, and Kiss My Cheeks mentioned this earlier about, and I said this sort of last week, I think Ken has some kind of self-esteem, some sort of issues, because it shouldn't have taken us watching this, you know what I mean, on TV. I feel like, would this even be an argument if they weren't on TV? Would it, you know what I'm saying? Would he still be kind of not liking it, but rolling with it and paying for everything, except that now, the bloggers can say, boy, you stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Not too stupid.
Now next season when everybody's calling him mac and cheese, now it's gonna be a problem.
Wow.
It's like you a whole side dish, boo, because she's still not divorced yet. She's still married, you know what I'm saying? And you paying for, you paying the whole everything for his family. So I don't know. I have to see what happens on the reunion, because I'm kind of like, how are you coming back from this? You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
well, I'm gonna play the clip of the sound of the, I guess, preview of the reunion. And the reunion, I already have it set up. The schedule might be different, but I got it the live set up. You can go ahead and hit the reminder bell so that you can get the alerts and you don't miss a live next week. But let's play a clip, and then we're gonna wrap this up.
Fakeness, the phoniness, and all that kind of. He took a video of his wife, and then he tried to get other people to send it out there and fake like she was giving it to somebody else. That's all speaking on. No. Validate, was Martell found guilty?
He pled guilty.
Not saying you can plead guilty. No. Can you explain to us how you were booked for a DUI?
A police officer suspected something and he arrested me for it. Unfortunate to see Melody disparage my character. She had her opportunity to show who she was, and she did.
The lips, it was because it was a topic of conversation all over social media. And
there was a whole popular social media about your ass, whatever bad butt job you got.
I ain't talking about that.
Lord have mercy. So the reunion is a whole key. I'm just gonna tell you it is, but I'm not gonna reveal anything. We're just have to wait. So let me wrap this up. Myself, I'm gonna say that I'm working on base games interview still. The season is almost over. Of course, I've already put my trader stuff up, and that's doing really well for me. Before I didn't do that well, so that's doing pretty good. I'm getting a lot of controversy because I interviewed one of the Beast Games winners who got the island, and everybody under my comments, because that last episode there was race, because all 3 black girls were chosen were black girls. So go check that video out, because that's also doing well. And Rachel is coming up soon. I got some surprises, of course, with that, and I have the panel and all that kind of stuff. And I'm also working on some other stuff. Y'all also please check out the special I did with the Hulu has a new show coming out, Paradise. And This Is Us cast, Sterling K. I got a chance to have my journalist questions submitted to Variety magazine, which is also a big deal. And they actually called my name out and read my questions out loud. That was awesome. So yeah, and also I think I still have a Deal No Deal interview coming up this week. The another exit interview with them. I mean, y'all know Will and Big Brother's on there, so I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not saying I want to get exited, but if he gets exited, I'll get to interview him, and I'm actually excited about that. So anyway, with that being said, Kim, you see what you got coming up on your channel, Mama?
What time is it?
It is well, my time is
about 30 minutes. I'm gonna get into episodes 1 and 2 of Harlem. The new season 3 is out on Amazon Prime. And it looks like they're releasing 2 episodes at a time, which is strange. But hey, Harlem is out. We're going to be reviewing episodes 1 and 2. The challenge, All Stars 5, begins.
This week, I think.
Yeah, yeah, so it's about to be a good time with the challenge. I'm going to have a challenge party tonight to discuss the cast, and a game night tomorrow night to just have a little fun before the season starts. The challenge is really big on my channel, competition shows. So come check that out if you enjoy competition shows. And I'm in the looking. Oh, me and Abby have been reviewing WAGs. So we don't have no schedule for that. It's whenever we watch an episode or 2, we throw up a review. But
I might come through with your. I think I might want to hop on there with you. I ain't done
come on through
with the challenge. No, with the challenge tonight. I think I want to hop on there with you and talk about the challenge, the new challenge.
Come on over. It's gonna be at 5. I'm gonna set it up at 5 p.m.
Okay, just send me the link.
Yes. WAGs on Netflix. It's got that nasty C word in it, but I mean, that's just how people.
Oh, you just remind me of something. So speaking of C word, that's gonna be funny. If it's the same C word, if y'all missed the impromptu interview I had with Carmen, who responded to Joy and Clifton as they were on Carlos King's live, mentioned my live, but not my name, but mentioned everything about the live that happened on it, where they're allegedly saying Carmen was drunk on the live, where we all actually drunk to be fair. She responded to it and text Joy. Go check out that. It came on there last night. Also, the WAGs, I want to just jump on there. I'm doing that with Lee sometime today. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Kim. You reminded me.
What word you thinking about?
Well, she called her a cunt on the last.
So, I wasn't thinking that C word.
Okay, because that was a big deal because she called Joy that last time, and it was just really good. Anyway, Erica, what you got going on your channel, Mama?
Hey, well, thank you, everyone. This was a really fun live, and the comments were popping. So great discussion, you guys. I'm going to be doing Love During Lockup, a recap of the last episode later on today. Finishing up with the 90-Day Fiance Before the 90 Days Tell All. Harlem later on this week. And and a few other sprinkles.
I like it.
Some other stuff coming up.
I didn't know you were doing.
Yes, sprinkle. Yeah, I'm going to, especially since this is, from what I can tell, it's going to be the final season. So, I think it is a good thing to just.
I kind of want to hop on both of y'all's Harlem, because the reason why I haven't done it yet, because I've already seen all the shows, and I always struggle when I've seen the whole season to do like a review, because I don't want to go on there and. Like, it's very illegal for me. I can't mess up and be like, oh, I can get in trouble for that. So for me, I struggle with what I want to talk about. And you might say something and say, oh, girl, you can't believe. I'm like, that happened in episode 5. You ain't seen it yet. And if I say that live, I can get in trouble if he gets back to the people. But I really wouldn't mind hopping on both of y'all panel or whatever, talking about Harlem, because I'm just going to say that this was such a good freaking season. Oh, they did that. They did that. That's all I'm going to say. So if y'all let me know when y'all do it, I will be happy to hop on. Look how I'm inviting myself to panels. That's sad.
And just if you're out here, please watch. No, I'm saying seriously, because so many Black friendship comedy drama shows are getting canceled and not coming back. And Harlem is really good, and I'm sad that it got canceled. So we need to see more shows like.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all let me know on that, because I'm gonna do mine sometime. I just haven't done it, but let me know when y'all do. And Kim, I'll hop on there with y'all, because I really want to talk about it, because it affected me a lot watching it. The whole season it did. So I want to get on there with y'all. I was very emotional watching this. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just anyway. Ladies, this was a really good live. Thank you guys. Reunion is coming up. I am working a different shift. I'll let you guys know behind the scenes how that's gonna work, because I know the reunion, we need to cover that both parts, because it's gonna be insane. A lot of things are gonna be said that because I'm gonna tell you something. I took a picture. I saw the description for the next week's live, and this is not, no one told me this. It was actually on Philo. Wait a minute, I took a picture of it. Here it goes. It says on part 2, Kimmy and Melody argue over Melody double standards. Destiny claims Martell and the Melody groomed her for a threesome. I'm just reading it. Sunni joins the cast on stage to hash out issues with Destiny. This is part 2. Part 1 they said nothing. I don't know why they put T in part 2 and not for part 1.
Wait, before we go, you guys, I totally forgot about this. And I don't know if we covered this earlier in the season. Was Stormy fired? Was she quit? Like, where's Stormy? Is anybody missing her?
In part 2, but I'm gonna be honest. I said I think that something might be expecting me because I saw her confessions for this episode to be watched, and I hadn't put my video yet. But to me, she looks like she's expecting. It's not shade. Whoever is not being shady. When you have kids, you kind of know something. Sometimes she looked like that. That she's expecting. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying because the way they keep emphasizing on the fertility issues and then how that's coming to her.
Wait, no. I'm asking not about Sunni. I'm asking about Stormy.
Oh, my bad.
Remember Stormy?
Oh, my bad. I thought you said Sunni. Okay.
Okay.
My bad.
After that, where did they go? St. Thomas? Like after that trip, she quit. Yes.
Wait, Stormy.
Okay. Thank you. Stormy was the one who had the store and the TikTok. I was gonna say now the TikTok was going out. Like I had so many Stormy questions, and I was like,
okay, all right, y'all. That's all that we have for today. Y'all have a happy Sunday. This was a really good live. Y'all enjoy. This will be on Spotify and all the podcasts probably in another hour if you follow my on my podcast or whatever. With that being said, y'all know what it is. Bye. One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am